Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Wednesday, May the 11th. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com, Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com, Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com, Shifts and Pucks, as well as subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network, as we are preparing for Game 5 between the Calgary Flames and the Dallas Stars as the scene switches to Calgary. Uh, they split in Calgary's games 1 and 2. The Flames win game 1. Stars win game 2. They split in Dallas. Stars win game 3. Flames win game 4. And we're here for game 5 tonight. And the mind games begin again, or the mind games continue. And this time it's the Dallas Stars doing the mind games here. I'm wondering, maybe, as they come in with line changes here, they look like. Um, they probably actually do look good in a lot of ways, but the lines that the Stars are bringing out, Hintz, Rupe Hintz, Joe Pavelski, and Michael Raffl. Raffl has been one of the best forwards in this series for the Dallas Stars. Jamie Benn with Jason Robertson and Tyler Seguin. Those three have struggled a little bit in this series. And then you have Domestikov with Peterson in the lineup now and Luke Glendening. And then you've got Faksa, Kiviranta, and Studnex with Denis Gurianov and Alexander Radulov being the extra forwards. And then they changed some defensive pairings around. They've got Miro Heiskanen with Ryan Suter, John Klingborg with Joel Hanley, and then Yuri Hakanpää with Esa Lindell, with Harley and Sekera being the extras, and of course Jake Ottinger in goal. For the Calgary Flames, what it's looking like at this particular point is the question is around Brett Ritchie and Michael Stone. Of course, Michael Stone played game 4, and the Flame and Brett Ritchie did not. Lines heading into practice looked like this: Lindholm, Gaudreau, and Tkachuk, Backlund, Mangiapane, Toffoli, Yarncroke, Dubé, and Coleman, Lewis, Lucic, and Ritchie, Hanif and Anderson, Shillington, Tanev, Zadorov, Gudbranson, and then Markstrom in goal. I do think that the line of Ben, Seguin, and Robertson, I think, will be a very good line. I do expect Dallas to get off to a really good start. They're just reading some of their stuff. They were not happy with their game 4 effort, so expect them to come out with a really strong start. Expect this to be a tight game. I could go to overtime, but we'll see here, and we'll see if it's Brett Ritchie or Michael Stone playing, if they go the 11 forward 7D route, if they go the 12 and 6. We'll see. Devin will be recapping the game tomorrow, so we'll give our thoughts on that. But the Calgary Flames Dallas Stars series tied 2-2. One of 3 games tonight. The other 2-2 series is Washington and Florida. And Washington could have been up 3-1 had Garnet Hathaway knocked that puck into the empty net. Didn't happen. Florida tied it. Carter Verhaeghe won it in overtime, and we're back in that series. That series tied at 2. We could have an elimination. We have an elimination game tonight as the Pittsburgh Penguins won both of the games in New York, had Igor Shesterkin pulled in both games in New York, but it looks like they will be Shesterkin is expected to play, and the Penguins are 1 game away from moving on to the next round. Here, just seeing here, of course, it's that line of Crosby, Gensel, and Rutz. You have Malkin, Heinen, and Kapanen, Carter, Zucker, McGinn, Bluger, Boyle, and Rodriguez, Matheson, Letang, Friedman, Ruido, and Marcus Pettersson, John Marino. Louis Domingue look like he's going to be the one starting in goal. And as far as just to step back here, no real changes here. Looking like the Caps and the Panthers are going with their same lineups here. Nothing significant in terms of a change. But I do wonder if we see more from Alexander Barkov as this series goes on. So those are the 3 games tonight. The Flames and Stars, of course, tied at 2. Capitals, Panthers tied at 2. And the Penguins up on the Rangers 3-1. There were 4 games yesterday that were all tied at 2, and 3 of them, we'll start in the West, and two road teams, 2 home teams won. Carolina, of course, knocking off Boston 5-2. They got off to a 2-0 lead and then just worked from there. And was it 5-2? But Carolina had the 5-2 win. So they are, of course, now leading, heading back to Boston. Every team has won on road games. Sorry, 5-1 yesterday. And then we'll touch on to move here to St. Louis Blues. Got a natural hat trick from Vladimir Tarasenko, and they beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2, heading back to St. Louis with a 3-2 lead. The Tampa Bay Lightning got off to a 2-0 lead. They got off to outshot the Leafs badly in the first period. Then the Leafs killed off a 2-man advantage. Then Nick Paul had a breakaway that Jack Campbell stopped, and the Leafs fought back and made it 3-2. Tampa Bay tied it, but then it was 4-3, and that was the final score as the Leafs now head to Tampa with a 3-2 series lead. Tampa has never lost 2 in a row, but Andrei Vasilevsky, 16-0 after a loss. Defending Stanley Cup champions, facing elimination against a team that has had trouble moving on to the next round. So that's the collision that happens tomorrow. As just as we move on here, we'll go through this here. You get the John Tavares for the Leafs and William Nylander going. Finally for them. Of course, William Nylander facing a ton of criticism for his performance in Game 4. And, of course, Austin Matthews with the big go-ahead goal there. By the way, just back to the Pittsburgh Rangers series, Sidney Crosby leading the way with 9 points in that series, and Artemi Panarin, I think they're wanting more from him. They have 5 points. Wanted to touch on that there. But then the other one was sort of a similar story in a lot of ways with Tampa, Toronto. The LA Kings got off to a great start, 1-0 after 1. Zach Kassian tied it at 1 for the Oilers, and then the Kings regain the lead and rather quickly. Philip Deneau scores a key power play goal to make it 4-2, and it looks like the Kings are on their way to go. But then Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl just took over. Adrian Kempe, Andres Athasio, it makes it 3-2. Connor McDavid gets a power play goal 3-2, make it 3-1. Sorry, Kempe. Let me try this again. Adrian Kempe and Andre Athanasiou make it 3-1 after 2 periods. Connor McDavid makes it 3-2. Early in the third, Philip Deneau at 11:06 makes it 4-2, but Leon Draisaitl, a shorthanded goal and then a power play goal, and the Oilers took it to overtime, and they had a lot of chances, except the Kings actually had a late final second chance that they didn't get the opportunity on. And then the first minute and 12, the Kings basically dominated that, and Adrian Kempe got his second of the game from Troy Stecher, and the LA Kings are heading back home with a 3-2 series lead. And the big question coming out of that series right now is Darnell Nurse. There was a headbutt with Philip Deneau. He's going to have a hearing later today. We're going to find out if he's fined or suspended for that. If he's suspended, that is a huge, huge loss for the Oilers heading into Los Angeles. No question about that. So we will see there as well. So the Kings are up 3-2. The Blues are up 3-2. The Leafs are up 3-2, and the Hurricanes are up 3-2 as they head to their game tomorrow there as well. Calder Trophy finals were announced, and they are, of course, Michael Bunting from the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was one. He, of course, led the rookies. He led all rookies in points, second in assists with 40, second in goals with 23. By the way, Tanner Jeannot led the way in that, and he was a plus 27 and for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So he's one finalist. Trevor Zegras of the Anaheim Ducks is another finalist. He finished second in points, tied for second in goals with 23, third in assists with 38 among rookies. And then Moritz Seider led rookie defenseman in points with 50, assists in 43, second in goals with 7, had 21 power play goals, 4 game winning goals, 187 shots on goal. My personal opinion, who should and will win will be Seider. I think he's been the class above everybody else, and he should win that award. So, by the way, Norris was announced yesterday. Cale Makar, Roman Josi, and Victor Hedman. I think should and will win on that will be Roman Josi, and then Vezina, Igor Shesterkin, Jacob Markstrom were nominated. Well as UC Saros, and I would suspect Shesterkin will win that award there. And then the lottery happened before all the games yesterday, as Montreal Canadiens one will be selecting number one. Consensus number one here is Shane Wright, and the New Jersey Devils moved up from 4 to 2, and then the Arizona Coyotes will get 3. Vancouver Canucks will pick 15th in this draft. That's where they were originally going to be. And then the Chicago Blackhawks, a significant one. They got 6. That goes to the Columbus Blue Jackets, so they do not lose a 2023 pick in that Seth Jones deal. It will be just this year. And the Vegas Golden Knights have to pick 12th. The Buffalo Sabres will be picking in their route. Actually, they're 16th. Sorry, not 12th. So the Sabres will have 2 lottery picks, and the Blue Jackets will have 2 lottery picks there as well. In the WHL, there were 2 really strong games yesterday. The Moose Jaw Warriors, on a strength of killing off a 5-minute major and a 4-minute double minor, and putting in young Jackson Unger for the first time in the series, beat the Winnipeg Ice 3-2. It was Jaeger Furcus with a goal and assist, as well as Calder Anderson, and Ryder Korzak had 2 assists. Ice hung on the Warriors hung on for dear life. They're playing tonight in Game 4. The Ice are up 2-1. And then the Vancouver Giants beat the Kamloops Blazers last night with a similar 3-2 score. Alex Cotton got the winner midway through the third. The Blazers fired everything that they could. There was a video review for a potential goal with about 3 seconds ago. It was determined it did not go in. So the Giants are within 1 game of the Blazers. 3 games tonight. We've got the Ice and Warriors, of course, Ice leading 2-1. The Edmonton Oil Kings could wrap up their series with the Red Deer Rebels tonight. They're up 3-0. And the Portland Winterhawks are facing the Seattle Thunderbirds. They're up 2 games to none. So that is the news for today. Of course, a reminder again, we're back tomorrow with our recap of the Flame Stars game. You can check out our Game 4 recap. Devin and I did yesterday as well. And you can also follow us individually on Twitter. Sean Beardy Canuck 03, Tyler TNOBLE, Devin Gordhow 09, Chris Schneids SCHNEIDZ. I am KEVOLE, Shifts and Pucks, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. And we will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.